Whatever you think of Deputy President William Samoei Ruto, he is a very crafty man. Of that there is no doubt. Because there's a very interesting current development that illustrates this. The Deputy President has been making serious advances towards the Moi family. Yeah, that's the family of the late President Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, Kenya's second president. And of course this move has puzzled many people. Yeah, first of all, the timing. We're less than 2 months to the general elections. These kind of negotiations are usually made very early on, even before the campaign start. But now we're in the final lap, and then the Deputy President is approaching members of the Moi family. What does he want to discuss with them? What deal exactly is he looking for? Yeah, because we know very well that the Moi family as a whole are family in Team Azimio. Gideon Moi has always been very close to Uhuru Kenyatta. In fact, just look at Gideon Moi's political history. He has never been on opposing sides with President Uhuru Kenyatta. And even when he is, he keeps a very low profile. He has never confronted President Uhuru Kenyatta. You see, these two gentlemen grew up together. They were very close from a very young age. They have always been so close that although politics is not personal, you can be friends but on opposing sides. But these two gentlemen have been so close that that closeness does not allow them to operate aggressively on opposite sides of a political divide. No. Yeah. And of course the Deputy President knows all this. So what is he trying to do exactly? Now let me give you a piece of information that many of us may not have. The Moi siblings have always had very bitter rivalry between them. This rivalry has been so deep, so bitter, that even there are times people have threatened each other. Oh yes. People have come almost to fists. Yeah, and these are brothers, blood brothers. Same father, same mother. It has been very serious. And you know, most of the men of this family have sided with the mother's side, starting with the late firstborn, Jonathan Toroitich. You know, the late Moi separated with their mother, Lena Moi, even before he became president. Yeah. And he banished her to his farm somewhere in Nakuru. And even when Moi was president, wait for this one, Lena Moi, she's also deceased, used to take matatus to go for meetings, to go places. Yani your husband, yeah, yes, you're separated, but your husband has never remarried. You're the mother of his children. Yeah. And their father is the powerful president of the Republic of Kenya. And you're at a matatu stage. And you wait for the matatu. Beba, 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 rongai, rongai, mia, rongai, mia. And you get into that matatu. And you look for a seat. And maybe there's no seat. And even if you get a seat, you sit down in that squeezed matatu. And the father of your children is the president of the Republic of Kenya. Very difficult to wrap your mind around that. You must agree. So there's a lot of these manenos in the family. And many of the men, starting with Jonathan, sided with the mother. They felt that the dad did not care about the family. They felt that the dad was too close to his job of managing the country called Kenya. So much so that he had forgotten his family. That was the feeling. And therefore there was this bitterness. The only brother who was always at the side of the president was the last born, Gideon Moi. Now, after the late president passed on, many senior politicians in Kenya who are aware of this situation took the time to go and talk to the Moi children. And they pleaded with them to be united, now that their father was gone. And I'm told there were even negotiations. And these negotiations were very heated. And finally it seems that a decision was made that Gideon Moi remains the political spokesperson, the political leader in the family. Because the other brothers were also in politics, older than Gideon. But for me, there are so many other issues that decision raises. Because it is also Gideon Moi who handles the family fortune. Yeye ndo mtu wa pesa. So this is a situation where the lastborn and the father's favorite is the political head of the family and is also the financial head of the family. So you can understand what's going on here. So it would seem that the deputy president wants to take advantage of this environment within the family. Divide and rule, divide and conquer. That's why it is so important to be united as a country, as a family, etc., etc. When you have rivalries, when you have misunderstandings that are too bitter, it is very easy for an outsider to come in and do damage that will have an impact and serious consequences on your family. It seems that the deputy president, who has all this information, of course, wants to take advantage of the situation. But then that still does not answer the question. What exactly does the deputy president want? What kind of deal is he pursuing? Is this deal even political? Those questions are still not answered. This is still a mystery. And especially the timing. Why now? One possible reason could be the recent developments at the ICC at The Hague, where a former lawyer of the deputy president, Paul Kshs, seems to have made a deal with the prosecution, with the prosecution team at The Hague. And of course this is not good news for the deputy president. And so maybe what the deputy president wants is as much unity of the community as possible, going forward, so that he can protect himself. In Kenya, whenever politicians run into trouble, the first thing they do is to rush back to their village, and get the support of their village mates. A politician is accused of corruption, for instance. He did not share that corruption money with the villagers, but the first thing he does is to rush back to his tribe. And you hear statements like, this tribe is under attack. This is politically motivated to finish our tribe. They rally their tribesmates around them at a time of crisis. Now the deputy president, of course, already has massive support amongst the Kalenjin community. But this support for the deputy president is not 100%. There are people opposed to the deputy president. And high on that list is the Moi family, and especially Gideon Moi, whose family in Team Azimio. Therefore, these advances of the Moi family could be linked to that. But let us wait and see what happens. I think future developments may be able to point us to the possible reason why the Deputy President is so determined to speak with members of the Moi family. Until next time, this is Kshs Kumekucha.